Give me the link.
Is that the reason he has overthrows? Just because he has CTE like you?
I don't have CTE. CTE
You
is
have CTE? Oh, you can make a lot of money off tennis. A-hole. That's all I'm going to say. A-hole.
That snap wasn't working before. It's not picking up that sound. That might work in the front of it. Maybe it was because I was snapping over here.
Yeah.
But welcome to Block Your Bookie podcast. If you haven't noticed, we have mics. You can't hear me. So this is going to be a very interesting experience because I think Jason at some point is going to lose where he's at.
Yeah. I mean, we looked for the spot for a while.
Yeah, it took.
For a
You'll
while.
see the clip of that. And man, honestly, we could have made a video pure of clips of us trying to find the spot.
This might not be working right now.
Did you save the one where you finally realized what the issue was? Because that honestly was probably one of the funnest realizations I have ever seen. Jack was, for the life of him, trying to figure out the machine that we have to get this set up. And the second that he twisted the microphone a little bit, it picked up the sound so much better. And then he just goes like this.
Yeah, I should have saved that. But I'm glad I deleted it too because I feel like this is still wrong.
I don't think it is. I think if we were to cut right now, we're going to be happy with the result.
Matt, I don't want you to be mad at me, but I'm so nervous I'm going to lose a spot. I'm just like dead focused on Jack. I'm not making eye contact with you because I got to stay focused.
I can still imagine you not having the spot right now. Like where you're living right now might not be the spot that you need to be at.
I'm just going to be like this the whole time. Like I will still talk to you. Don't be like.
I think you still need to even tilt yourself a little bit more towards the microphone. Your head, not the mic. I think the mic needs to be
like this.
I think his voice has like a natural projection, and mine doesn't have that. Like mine's kind of like lower.
Yeah, yours is more monotone. His is louder
and maybe there's a way to fix that here. But wow, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's something that we need to get a sound guy in on. And I feel like
do you have a sound guy?
Nobody has a sound guy.
YouTube tutorials. Let's get YouTube. I feel like Shooter will know.
Shooter will not know.
I did figure out one thing. Shooter will know nothing. I did figure out one thing today. Because it would be helpful if we could hear ourselves.
Yeah, we could plug it in and hear.
Could we have?
Not true. So what we need to do is there's like an out for our. This is great podcasting. There's an out for our headphones that will go to a preamp that we can plug all of us have 4 headphones, plug it into, and then we could adjust our volume there. But then if we had that, I'd be able to mess around with things.
Yeah.
Oh, and you'd be able to tell.
But I can't because the thing that Shooter got doesn't have a headphone jack. It has like the
actual amp cord.
Big amp cord that we can't do.
Well, I mean, we can make Shooter buy one.
Well, I bought some today actually. Some adapters to plug headphones into that jack.
Okay, and then we can just use all of our Xbox headphones as
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
What is that?
It would work.
Maybe we should do that for mics.
Honestly, my mic's pretty sick, so I think it'll work pretty well.
I'm also kind of worried that I'm a deep breather. You guys know that.
Well, I think the mic will stop you from it won't hear you.
It won't hear the.
I don't think we'll get it.
Well, if you're doing that, I think it will, but I don't think you normally do that.
My normal.
Well,
you don't think. Okay.
I did some cutting for you and I in the video of us out at the football field, which is a fan favorite.
I mean,
I tried to do some heavy editing because we were breathing heavy.
Yeah,
I mean, you did an edit where it just said heavy breathing.
Yeah, well, I pointed it out in an ironic way so that people thought it was okay that I was heavy breathing.
It was self-aware.
I was a little, out of breath. I mean, whatever. We were running around. It's cold out. It was probably because it was cold.
I have to admit something to both of you guys.
Yeah.
I have sleep apnea.
Oh,
I have a CPAP machine.
Can you bring in show and tell one day on the podcast?
I will bring it next week. I will show how to use it.
Is it gross?
I'll bring awareness.
It's got to be gross, isn't it?
No, I mean.
How do you wash it? All right. Let's get into.
Just one last side note on this pre-talk. If you were to put in the description of the video, we talk about how to hook up the amp thing correctly, we'll get a couple views from people trying to figure out how to use this.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So very.
Learn how to use the MG10
Yamaha. That's going to get 5 more views over the next 3 years.
Yeah, I don't hate that. All right, let's get into the games. We're going to do some NFL picks. Well, there's 2 NFL picks. I feel this is the worst I've felt about a weekend in terms of my confidence level, especially because last weekend I got destroyed for the first time all season pretty much.
Last week was the worst week possible.
was horrible.
Every game had a result that should not have happened. Let me start off with the Texans. We're going to quickly talk on the terrible losses that we all had. The Texans had a 34-point lead with the amount of points that they were favored. And they lost by, 20 points? After being up 31 points? 34 points, rather, because they hit that field goal. They should have went for it on that fourth down. They would have then still had the momentum. Instead, they give up momentum. They kick a field goal they didn't want to, and then they get scored on a billion times in a row.
So
yes,
I was at Lambeau for the game.
We're not there yet. We're talking about our losses yet, and you won because you bet the fucking Green Bay Packers.
This story matters because I was at Lambeau and the first couple of scores were going, and we're like, oh, Texans are going to pull this off. All right. I get onto a mini bus to do some tailgating. We're like, oh, we got to worry about this at all. Texans are going to win. I get off the bus. I have no idea how that happened.
It's criminal.
Were you drinking on the bus?
Oh, I was fucking 2 sheets to the wind, 3 sheets to the wind.
You were 2 sheets to the wind?
I don't even know.
I don't know the saying.
I think the saying's 3 sheets.
3 sheets to the
so
wind.
you were
half.
You were 2 sheets. You were no, not 2 is not half than 3,
well,
but okay.
I was extremely nervous about that game.
Dude, that game was such bullshit. You can't. It's criminal that you can be up like 34 points in a football game on your bet and then lose by 20. How is that possible?
I mean, I'm happy that they got blown out so bad that it wasn't close, that I was like considering that it was possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Once they got scored on and it was like a tie game, I was like, this is over. You had even put in the group chat, like, I can't believe KC's only plus 150 down 21 points. And I was like, that's not a good sign.
Yeah,
we should have taken it and been like, you know what, let's double down on KC here just to win. At plus 150, it would have been great. We didn't make that.
Did the over hit?
No.
No. The
over. No, never mind. No, it did hit.
No, the over
hit. It was 51.
Hit at least.
It was 51 to 31 or something.
You were thinking of the LSU game where that over didn't hit, which was bullshit.
Well, I didn't bet that over.
Yeah, I didn't bet it either, but the over should have hit in that game.
All right, moving from the Texans, another football game that we all bet was the Titans against the Ravens. And my God, the Titans might be good. And not only might they be good, they can just
the Titans
beat
are
people.
good. They're good.
I don't think that they are. I think that the Ravens finally had something where things didn't go their way, and Lamar kind of got in his own head.
No, I think it was the rest. The rest played a factor. I don't like. They didn't look like the Ravens, you know. And I don't know if it was 100% because the Titans' defense, like, that doesn't make much sense in my brain, but. It could be like Mike Vrabel just might be the next Bill Belichick. I mean, he comes from that system, so maybe he just understands how to cheat. I mean, be really good at reading offenses. You know,
one word. Yeah, it's gonna be a great transition to talking about next week or this week, Sunday's games. Experience.
Who has experience on the Titans?
On the Ravens.
Oh, you're saying they don't have experience?
Doesn't have experience.
Well, a lot of them don't have experience.
Exactly.
But the Titans also, like...
And I feel like if you have a defense that can stop the run...
But it seems like no one's set
the Ravens
up that
have
way.
faced defenses that can stop the run, and they've been fine.
And their defense is amazing, too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, listen, we can't be talking about the Ravens. I'm going to get upset.
All right, fine. Let's move on to the San Francisco game against... I can't even remember because I don't even... It wasn't a good game.
The Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, shocker, you lost.
That was guaranteed.
Moving from that one.
Well, do you remember what the line was set out? I mean, like,
well,
that's something you pay into the
It was
money
7.
line.
It was 7, I think, when it was closed, I guess. And the problem, I mean, the over didn't hit in that game. That was criminal. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. Had the over. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Last game was the terrible Green Bay Packers against the worse Seahawks.
Fuck that game, dude.
I understand why you guys didn't bet the Packers, but that was guaranteed.
I didn't actually bet the game because the timings were off.
That was not guaranteed money.
They were going
Guaranteed
to lose
money.
that game.
That
And
was
then
not
Guaranteed money.
We can have an honestly a 2-hour talk on conspiracy of the ball marking that everyone.
Oh
it's
my
not
gosh,
just
yeah.
that game. I'm talking about every single game. When we were watching the national championship game, I saw a punt roll out of bounds. There is no clearer way to see where the ball went out when it rolls out of bounds, and the guy marked it 3 yards ahead of where it rolled out of bounds. There is a large conspiracy about letting teams get a couple yards here, a couple yards there, giving a first down, and not even having to calculate the yardage. Bullshit.
I mean,
And the whole game is bullshit. The integrity of the sport is ruined because refs think they can be like, point, and then let's move the chains and not have to do anything about it. It's bullshit.
I mean, I'm a Packer fan, and I know we have the refs on our payroll this year. I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, if
I wouldn't even say that they're on the payroll. They're just bad. They do it every side, both ways. I mean, the Seahawks, if they were a good team, they would have won that game, even if they got fucked by the refs 1 or 2 times. But you can say, like, the Green Bay also got fucked. I don't remember what the play was or what happened, but I know that there were some people bringing
the very first one where it was clearly
the fumble.
Clearly a fumble. And they said it wasn't a fumble. They first said, oh, yeah, it's a fumble. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. No, it's not. It was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I think it was the second. It was the first Seahawks drive because the Packers went down and scored right away. And then the Seahawks got it. And I'm like, we need to go 3 and out for us to win this game. Yeah. And they fumbled it right away. And I was like, or this is better, or this is a better option. And then they went 3 and out.
NFL, I'm going to give you this one for free. Have common sense rule where someone above can just click a button and be like, yo, I'm stepping in. We're fixing this.
Or, I mean, this can go down a rabbit hole, but umps, refs, really? Are they needed anymore? There is enough speed, live action. A computer could probably do it better, right?
Yeah, but you have to call it live. The computer won't call it live.
You don't think so? You don't think it's
not like holding calls?
Because they'd call every fucking
They'd
play.
call, every hold. Yeah. You'd have to build an AI.
Imagine if a team is on a roll, they're just doing the 2-minute offense, and they run it out to the side really quick. They get the ball straight and go again. Like, if the computer needed a second to hit, like, the stop button because it was trying to determine some shit, or a person's watching VAR and trying to decide that, they don't have enough time. You need someone to call the initial flag so that they can determine whether or not it needs to be. And usually the pass interference stuff will get, like, enough time to where a person could challenge it if it was that bad. But that's a whole different story, is this pass interference bullshit.
I just don't understand how the Packers are in the championship game.
They are the worst team.
They're bad.
Of the 4 teams, I think they're worse than the Titans.
Yeah, all right, let's talk about that game first.
I mean,
they
did exactly what they did all year. Take a big lead, let off the gas, let the team back in, ugly win. Ugly, hard-fought football.
So do you think that by taking Green Bay plus 7.5, you're safe against San Francisco this weekend at 5:40 p.m.?
I took
San Francisco.
I took the Packers money line straight up, and so
what's
I think
that
it's
at?
plus 265. And
Holy shit!
Plus 277 right now.
Holy shit!
275?
77.
Wow.
And then
that's a lot.
I did a future on the Packers to win it all.
Oh my God!
What are the odds for that?
Plus 600 or 630. I can't remember what it was earlier this week, but I mean there is hard bias there.
Oh my God! If it ends up being Green Bay versus the Titans or the Chiefs, I can't imagine Green Bay being in the championship or the Super Bowl.
They beat
is what
the Chiefs already. Asterisks. Mahomes wasn't playing.
Well, they also got their dicks blown off by the 49ers.
Yep. After a bye, team needed it. Team needed it so badly.
God, I hate the Packers.
They're the worst team in the world.
I hate the Packers.
I mean, I more hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't know anyone else on their team, and their coach looks like a straight douchebag. So I hate the Packers.
That's why you guys missed. Because Aaron Jones, look up Aaron Jones' stats.
I don't want to.
Just look it up.
No, I would never.
Everyone's
look that
focused on Rodgers. Yeah, he didn't do great during the regular season, but playoff Aaron Rodgers at home, Aaron Jones.
All right, let's do the lines really quick. San Francisco is minus 7.5. If you take that Packers money line, it's 277, and the over is at 46.5 points. I don't want to bet this game because I feel like I'm going to get disappointed. But you should bet the San Francisco 49ers because they will not give up points against Aaron Rodgers. They ate him alive last game, and I think Jimmy G can at least put up 35 points against the Green Bay defense.
35?
I think so. I mean,
in the playoffs, though?
The San Francisco 49ers offense is a good offense.
Yeah, they are.
San Francisco's defense is amazing, but you got to also look at the Pack defense.
I'd rather not, you know? He's going to say that this is a spite thing. And yeah, it is a spite thing. Yeah, it is. And normally spite bets do not work. But
this
the Packers do not belong in the Super Bowl.
But a spite bet, I would say, typically is when like like we're betting against the favorite. We're actually betting with the favorite. Like, oh, I'm doing this to spite you. I'm taking the team that's like not favorited.
Yeah, I mean,
He's spiting us. He's spiting us.
I want it to be a spite
What?
bet. I want it to be a spite bet, but that's so true.
Does that logic make sense?
I think so. It's like
because I mean, you guys know I'm a Packer fan, but for us to win, the defense is going to have to be amazing. Rodgers is going to have to be amazing, and just the history of the season right now has not been good. I'm still betting moneyline Pack all day.
I mean that's a good bet. 277. There's value.
I already have 2 units on 49ers spread.
Okay.
Not a spite bet. Kind of a spite bet. And I think I'm also going to go with the under for this game because I think the ways that this game plays out is either the 49ers completely blow them out, score 45 or 35, 40 points, give up a couple touchdowns, and that might go over. That's fine. I'm still covering my bases on my 49ers pick. But I also think that the game could be it could be a classic fucking Aaron Rodgers bullshit, and it ends up being 18-21, and then you're hitting your under, and at least you're recouping some of your losses. That's what I'm.
And I think you're right because earlier this year it was 8-37. That's 45. The over's at 46.5 right now.
Correct.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's what's really going to happen is the 8-37 outcome or some version of that. I'm hoping the football gods are blessing us. We have the refs on our payroll. I mean, I want to go to Miami. I just want to get down there.
Quick interjection. I after talking about him not breathing into the mic, I feel like I've been breathing straight into the mic, and if it is picking it up, that will be the worst thing on earth. And you moved it a little bit away from your mouth. You talked away a little bit. So if it's terrible,
it's going to be bad, I think.
But I think you can live with it.
How do we solve that?
Learning experience.
Is it an experience thing? We just have to be used to.
I'm pretty much. I'm living in the microphone right now.
Are you breathing into it?
But I don't think the breathing is getting picked up.
Take it away. It feels good.
But Matt, you're also.
I don't feel it.
You're fit. I have a little extra, so it's
it should be easier.
Heavier breaths are coming out of me than your lighter breaths. So I mean, I'm 27 peak athletic.
There
condition.
shouldn't be a sound made when breath comes out of your mouth. But I feel like what you're saying is that there's like a.
Why would you do that?
I'm hoping that there's not me going like. I don't think that there is. But if it is, I'm sorry.
I would also like the listeners to let me know if they like the cold Jason voice, where I have a little cold right now. So if you like that better, I will stay sick for you listeners.
Oh, really? You're going to do that for them?
I will stay sick for them, and I'll get pneumonia. But I'll walk the line. I'll walk the line of sickness and health.
Yeah, that's nice.
For the listeners, because I care about the listeners.
Hey, do you think age 27 is mid-20s?
Or is it late 20s?
Or is it late 20s?
Well, what do you do with 7, 7 rounds up? Right?
Let me.
I like where that went.
Let me lay out what I think it is, okay?
Okay.
I think 20, 21, and 22 is early 20s. Mm-hmm. That's 3 numbers. I think 24, 25, 26, and 27 is mid-20s. That's 4 numbers. I think 28 and 29 is late 20s.
Why would it not be an even spread?
Because that's not how we do it societally. Okay.
The reason it's not an even spread is because 21, you're still a teenager because you're just turning 21 and you're reckless and you're just you're in college. Otherwise, I'd agree with you 100%.
Well, if that was the case, then you should move one up from 22. It was 20, 21, 22 was lower, or what was it called? Early 20s. Then you should put 23 in lower 20s too.
I'd do that.
And then you do 24, 25, 26. 25, 26, 27 is mid. 28, 29 is late.
Yeah, I just don't want to be in my late 20s.
Yeah, no.
That's really what it is.
But that's unfair.
Here's the thing. We're not. We're in our
You guys
mid-20s.
are in your late 20s.
Because 27 is mid-20s. We just figured that out.
Amen. I love that.
You're in your late 20s.
So, wait, so what are we? What are
49ers, Packers, obviously, which
Packers,
sucks.
yeah.
But
I think
hey,
I mean, and I got to do a big shout out to Ken. He saw through the biased.
No,
being
don't talk about
Benji guy.
Kenny like that.
No, that was a great call. I mean, I'm telling you, it was guaranteed money last week. I was stressed at the end of it at the game, but I mean, that's what we've done all season. Dominated in the first half, been ugly, let them back in, then won.
It's not going to happen this week.
Kenny doesn't have that type of foresight. I think he just flipped a coin before he got to the podcast.
Well, he had a good week last week. He also bet KC.
I know.
Hey, I do want to say thanks for letting me talk football. I appreciate that. American football, gridiron football.
Yeah, you're
Well,
welcome.
we still have one more game to talk through.
Yes.
Is the Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs at 2:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know what to believe anymore.
What are the odds?
It's -7 Kansas City. If you want to do money line Titans, it's +277, and the over is 53 points.
Yeah. I mean, I already put 2 units on KC spread.
Yep.
But it's the thing I'm most scared about. Like, I'm kind of scared of the Packers, but not really because of the 49ers. And like the Packers just suck. But I mean, Tennessee might be
shots. Spite pick.
Yeah, the Tennessee might be good. And they might be they might have to win, like I don't know how else to explain it.
They might have to win.
They just might. It might be in the cards. You know what I mean?
Well, certainly it is that they could win this game. They have been underdogs in every game if they won every game.
I would love a Packers Titans.
I would not.
I would love that.
If it was Packers Titans, I would drive to my parents' house to get that Steve McNair jersey I keep teasing, and I would wear that thing every day.
So Jack, you have Kansas City.
I have Kansas City, and I'm gonna take the over too.
The over is what scares me in this game.
53?
53. You know why? Because Tennessee runs the ball nonstop. You kill that clock when you run that ball nonstop.
Yeah. Yeah, but also Kansas City can score a touchdown in 1 minute, so it's like it evens out.
I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns in a matter of 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Exactly. That's why I feel good about it, because I think if they can pinpoint a weakness in Tennessee's defense, Andy Reid just they're
going to exploit it.
He's going to exploit it, and then that's exactly what happened against the Texans. So why would it not happen again? Because Tennessee doesn't have a crazy defense. They just have these schemes that are working.
Guys.
Yeah.
If you could put a picture of Andy Reid in that Hawaiian shirt that I saw today, I'd love that.
I'd love to. I will do that.
Yes. Andy Reid is someone who just doesn't care, and he just wants to play call, do what he does.
Do you guys have any bit of bias? Because Nagy came from the Reid tree, right? He learned under Reid.
I still think Nagy is a good coach. I think he lost his way a little bit, and he needs to get back to the Reid way of thinking.
I think he is too. I think last year it's like when a quarterback comes into the league and nobody knows their style yet. So Nagy had his first year, nobody could figure him out yet, and that's why he was great. And so obviously you're going to have your sophomore slump, and he's going to come back, and Rodgers is going to be old. That's honestly why I think McFlair, whatever the fuck his name is getting the new Packer coach.
Isn't it LaFleur?
Yeah, I don't know.
He called him a Mick?
Yeah.
He called him McFlurry.
He's a Mick.
He's a McFlurry.
I'm walking a line right now.
Did you just call it? Did you just use a racial slur for Irish people?
I mean, he did.
I'm a ginger. I'm allowed to do what I want.
That doesn't mean you're Irish.
No, I mean, I'm not at all either, so.
All right, keep going.
I'm gonna.
No,
but
he lost his train.
Where were you going on that one?
We have that on video.
Where were you going?
It's gone.
That was
holy
shit.
Gone.
No, but I think it was. Do you guys have bias towards Andy Reid at all?
I think Andy Reid is a much better coach than Nagy by a long shot.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Andy Reid, half of him, than one Nagy.
My bet for this game, it's not out yet. It's one of my favorite bets to do day of. Team over. I'm going to do the Kansas City team over.
Yeah.
I'm not touching anything that's out right now.
What do you think that's going to be set at, though? I'm going to guess it's around 30 is what they're going to put that team over
just take 53 minus
their point spread?
Minus 7 points.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, that's how.
Well, they don't divide. What do you mean divide by 2?
Divide by 2, because you take away the point spread and then divide by 2, and that'll be Titans team over, and then you add 7 for the.
I'm trying to find Kansas City team overs, but I mean, I feel like Kenny always pulls up stats.
Shooter's been betting that team over a lot, I think.
Is he?
Recently.
Shooter's got great picks.
It'll be 30.
Okay.
I just did the math.
All right.
It'll be 30 or 30 and a half.
I'm gonna do that for sure.
Well, let's just
even if it's at 34 or 34 and a half, I'm still gonna hit it. I think they
Did
do.
you say 30?
I said it's gonna be around 30.
Yeah, you said. Yeah.
Nice work, man. I ignored when you said that.
I know, and you had to do the long math in your head. Long division really just hurts.
My brain was really moving there. I'm impressed.
I could tell.
But I think that's a solid pick just because the point that you made is that they're going to find a way to exploit the Tennessee defense. It takes 4 quarters to win the game. I don't know if you guys know that, but like, no matter what the
as
first
Bears fans, we definitely know that. Yes. Well,
that's football.
That is football.
American
gridiron football.
Correct.
Between the white lines.
Yes. Well, there are white lines in soccer as well. Soccer, football, soccer.
That is also true.
Let's jump over to that because I'm tired of talking about football.
Yes.
Honestly, it pissed me off so much last week and the rules and all this other bullshit. Shout out LSU. Joe Burrow's going to be really good for Cincinnati.
We should talk about that real quick.
LSU, baby.
Yes,
that was a team victory for everyone involved.
That was incredible.
I had a lot on LSU. I was doing some live betting because I thought I had to hedge it. Should not have done some of the live bets I made.
What'd you live bet?
I hit some of them. I hit, I think it was halftime score for LSU over. But then I did Clemson halftime over, and that didn't hit. So that weighed each other out. And then all my LSU bets hit. I was like, fuck yeah.
LSU was unreal.
I mean, Clemson had a severely concussed quarterback, and I'm never going to let that stand.
I mean, I think he might actually be bad.
Trevor Lawrence?
Or he can't handle a good defense.
I think
that could be it.
His brain.
Is that possible, though?
I don't think so. I think that he took a major hit 2 weeks ago, did not recover properly, came back too soon, got hit around a few times, bounced off the ground a little bit. At the end of the game, when he took that big shot off the head, he was feeling it. When there are pictures of him at the end of the game just being like this.
Yeah.
That's a severely concussed person that no one is taking.
But is that the reason? Because he was still running effectively. Is that the reason he has overthrows? Just because he has CTE like you?
I don't have CTE.
CTE?
CTE is something that happens much later down the road.
What happened?
That's a CTE.
I've had many concussions.
Jason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hockey.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't play hockey my whole life. I played soccer. Soccer has a high concussion rate, which is
that's true.
Yeah.
Headers,
you just bounce your head off the wall and headers. I don't know what else to say other than Trevor Lawrence. I think that he's not a bad quarterback. He had a couple overthrows that was bad, but I think it was more his brain fighting for life. Let's move on.
That game though, does that keep him from going to the NFL?
This year, yeah, I don't think he's going.
You can't go after that.
Well, I don't think he's actually allowed to go this year.
Why?
I thought there was he had another year that he had to play or some bullshit.
No, you only have to play 1 year, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you only have to play 1 year.
I don't know the rules of NCAA. I know they're also stupid because LSU is getting in trouble for Odell handing out money, which is fucking stupid.
And slapping a police officer's butt.
Weird video, man.
Very weird.
Why did he do that?
So my theory is because
the
police officer was looking if the college guy was boozing, right?
Yeah.
So I think he was just like, all right, I've got a shit ton of money. Let's distract this guy. That's my theory.
Yeah, that could be a bro move.
But
it's just a dick.
But I also don't think Odell thought that far ahead. I don't know. I don't know Odell. I just don't.
He was hammered.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
Was so drunk.
He was ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OBJ.
I kind of like OBJ, to be honest, which is I don't think anyone really likes him anymore, but I kind of like him.
I have no issue with him.
It's kind of fun.
It seems like there's a lot of things that come up about him where everyone's like freaking out. I'm like, who fucking cares? Like, let the dude do what he wants. Like, wearing a watch, it's against the uniform? Who fucking cares? He's a rich-ass dude.
He draws comparisons to LeBron James, but I don't get that because I think OBJ is, electric and kind of funny. LeBron James is just, cringy and, makes everything about him. I guess that's why people think that OBJ is making this about him. But,
he totally
I don't know.
Himself.
I would want to give all these college kids who make no money, whatever.
Oh, they make tons of money. Their aunts and
I would love
uncles
to
and
give
cousins
them
make money.
$1,000. That's kind of sick. I don't know.
It's a bonus.
And it's like I always say this about if you're the best in your sport, like LeBron, Ronaldo, Messi, the best, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can be cocky, you can be a jerk, but you have to be that pinnacle, the very.
Well, clearly you can't because he has a warrant for his arrest in the state of Louisiana. I think
that will go away.
Cristiano Ronaldo can do whatever he wants overseas. He can literally do whatever he wants. But like, I think if he came to the U.S., people don't have that respect for him.
There was something about in Vegas. He had a Vegas thing. Like,
He had a rape case.
yeah, rape case.
It got dropped. It's all alleged.
All right, well, that's the Vegas clause.
No, I don't think
What
that
stays?
you can't rape anywhere. I don't think it matters if it's in Vegas.
Well, it was alleged, right?
Yeah,
But
I mean, that shit. You can't do that.
racism and rape. We've done great on this one.
Yeah, Let's move on.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go.
How about
Let's talk about real soccer.
Real
That's a
soccer,
good
yes.
transition. Ronaldo rape cases on to the Premier League. Tottenham versus Watford, 6:30 a.m. I'm wearing the Watford colors. I think Tottenham is actually one of the worst teams in the league.
You can't
in
just
its
say you're
current
wearing
state.
the Watford colors. You're wearing another team's jersey.
This team is not in the league.
I know, but all right.
I mean, white.
Yeah. Yellow.
Yellow,
Straight vodkas.
black, with a little
Straight
bit of
vodka.
this weird color. This is like the Hornet color on those jerseys for Watford because they're the Hornets.
Okay.
This is a Watford colored
It's
jersey.
a cool jersey. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's not a Watford jersey.
It is
clearly a Dortmund jersey.
Clearly, I didn't say it was not. It was a Watford. I said I'm wearing the Watford colors, which
Okay.
is a correct statement. Watford, it is right now is a pick'em and plus 1.5. Their money line is 220. The under is at 2.5. Thoughts?
over?
I love that.
Jason's predictions on Tottenham. It was a midweek game. He guessed the score. Exact score, which was 3 goals total. I think when you do an over at 2.5, anything below that for Tottenham, you have to take it because Tottenham will give up a goal. Maybe they'll give up 2. And I think Watford, in form, they've been scoring 3 goals a game.
It's 2.5, not 2.75.
2.5.
2.5.
Oh, see, I'll hit that, but this is bad for you guys because I've pretty much lost like every Premier League bet I've made this year. So
Under.
So
No.
good luck, but I'm gonna take the over.
Do not do the under.
I'm not
You'll
going
regret it. I think Watford is in very good form right now. Very good form.
Is Danny playing? Danny Welbeck?
Danny, well, no, I don't think so.
Oh, shit.
Isn't Danny Ings on this team, or am I thinking of Southampton? Southampton's on.
Danny Ings is the best season like career mode player on FIFA.
To
If
get
you
for
could
cheap.
pick up Danny Ings for cheap, he's fast. That's all you need.
Yep, all you need.
Love
So
that.
I'm taking Watford money line plus 220 and the over at 2.5. Next game we want to talk about is Jason's team. He's wearing the scarf. He looks like an idiot. He's sick. Arsenal's going to be sick. Mikel Arteta. Say it for us.
Mikel Arteta.
Thank you.
Which Matt very astutely pointed out is not the correct pronunciation.
His name is Michael. Mikel.
I love
But Mikel Arteta.
Mikel.
Mikel
Arteta.
But I mean, Arsenal is still very much in the shitter right now. They're still very much transitioning. But what he's done so far to the team, just giving them direction, just giving them hope. I mean,
They do-
Are you about to cry?
Like I'm close to crying.
I
right
heard
now.
that voice crack. I think he might actually
I-
shed a tear.
I just going from where we were at to where we are at now. It is just. I mean, it seriously is night and day.
I want to tell you something. The defense is not night and day. The defense is still bad.
Talents. You can't coach talent. I mean, we
I
have
mean,
nobody.
I don't think that they're that bad. Socrates is bad. I will give you that.
Socrates, Luiz,
David Luiz is not that bad.
Bellerin's hurt.
You guys have
Tierney's
you guys.
hurt. Holding is still young.
I love Bellerin.
Chambers.
I love Bellerin. I wish he was around.
God, he needs to.
Your guys' scheme of playing it out of the back, even though you should just kick it up and hope that your midfield can kind of control the ball, is one of the worst designs.
Well, that gets to the next point is that like our defense sucks. Midfield is it's just a mess. It needs to get sorted out.
You have better players. Like if Chaka actually played and didn't hate the world,
Xhaka.
you guys would be better. The Blades, the Sheffield United is plus 335. Arsenal is minus 118. The over is also 2.5. Draw 250. I honestly the Blades have been fantastic this year.
Yeah, dude. I literally just bet on Sheffield money line. Sorry.
Plus 335
Plus 335
against
Yeah.
a very bad Arsenal team
Yeah.
that has no direction, as Jason has just said.
Over. Thoughts on over?
I don't trust this. I think Sheffield plays lockdown D. I made this mistake. I bet an over against Sheffield. I think last week against Man United. I think it was. That was a mistake. Sheffield locked the game down, like they have been this entire year. And then Ollie McBurney missed an open net. I fucking hate you, Ollie.
No. Don't do that to Ollie McBurney.
He missed an open net for me to win the bet.
Listen, he overperforms for his talent. Okay, he's good. He performs.
I don't think I'm actually going to touch this game. I just want to enjoy it for what it is. You guys are both against each other on this. Jason's probably going to throw a ridiculous amount of money on Arsenal.
Jason.
It's honestly,
Arsenal.
it's minus 118, which isn't the worst odds for you to take in this game. Although you would think that Arsenal being as all over the place would maybe be plus a little bit of money because soccer will do that.
Oh, I might actually have to hedge with the draw too.
I'm doing Arsenal moneyline hedge because I could see this being a 1-1 draw. Yeah, Arsenal's going to get scored on. That's what made me think about the over. But then when you said there's lockdown D, so we'll get a sneaky goal, and then we'll get scored on, and it'll be 1-1.
Arsenal is the Green Bay Packers of the Premier League.
No, because the Packers win.
They have won.
They have won. They're not going to win this weekend.
They only lost 3 games in the regular season.
Look at their schedule.
Their schedule is the worst schedule I've ever seen.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
Patriots might have been the
Bears
worst.
played the same schedule.
Yeah,
I know, and the Bears suck.
Oh, I just wanted that.
Damn it.
I will admit to that. Jack will hurt to see that one come out later. Next game, very quickly, Aston Villa and Brighton. Aston got destroyed against Man City. They had a garbage time penalty kick goal to make it 6-1. Man City, after that game, did you hear what happened? They ordered, and I say ordered very lightly, 20 Italian Instagram models to come celebrate with them for the victory. I am not kidding. That story checks out.
Who ordered it?
The players.
Who on the team?
Yeah, I saw Riyad Mahrez front and center doing it.
Riyad Mahrez is a player.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
The funny part is like Pep signed off on it to be okay.
What do you mean? Like, where were the models?
You know how there's models that you can just like, oh, we're having a yacht party. Let's get all the models to come out. I'm assuming it's that same group. They flew them all out. They put them in a nice hotel club, and they partied.
Can I just point out racism, rape, and human trafficking
are terrible
has been
things
brought up on the
Block
Your Bookie.
Yes, but that didn't happen.
This wasn't human trafficking. This was just hanging out.
Yeah, they were paying for services of Instagram models who are influencers. You have to pay them money for influencing Instagram.
That happens all the time when you go to like a club. Like people like are
Firefest,
like DJs or something. You know, yeah, you pay a fee to have someone show up.
So I think this is actually Aston Villa's return game. They're plus 360. They're plus 1.5 and 1. I think that they win this game outright. I do. I think that once you get your doors blown off against a team that is clearly better than you, you play much better the next game.
Are you hedging?
Wait, you're betting on
Villa against Brighton. Brighton's not a good team.
Oh, Villa against Brighton. Gotcha.
Are you hedging?
I will probably live, depending on how I like the team. I don't like to hedge until I see what the performance is going to be. I might just take what I have and lose if that's the case.
I'm gonna follow you that on the money line.
Okay.
Right now, I've bet every game.
All right. I need to hurry this up.
Yeah, that game is way too boring. What time do you have to leave?
I have to leave soon, so we got to get this moving. It's snowing like a goddamn storm, and I got to clean off my car. I hope Angie can clean off a little bit of it. Let's talk about City real quick, just because the line is so fucking ridiculous. City is minus 1,111. So if you wanted to make $10 on this, you would have to bet $111.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to make 1,000, you'd have to bet $10,000. That is ridiculous. Crystal Palace in the past has played better against Man City, which scares me. And the fact that the line for them is plus 2,400. Is there value in just throwing it out there and being like, hey, shit, City might have a shit game after banging all these Italian Instagram models? I don't know. That's for you to decide. You can't bet anything else because it's minus 2.5 and 3 for Man City, and the over is 3.5 and 4. That's ridiculous numbers in soccer. You can't predict if that shit's ever going to happen. We also have... Does anyone have any other games that they actually liked? Because there was one more. It's the Sunday game, Man U versus Liverpool.
What's the over at?
Let me get there real quick.
This could be a good game for Man U, I think.
I am doing Crystal Palace just because you give me those odds. I'm fucking doing it.
I feel if I told
gambler move,
yeah,
I'm
I like
doing
that.
If I tell Jason that something is over plus 1,500, he will take it, regardless of what it is.
True factor.
All right.
Eventually, one of them will hit, and then you'll make your money back.
Exactly. Right now, I'm throwing a half a unit on there. Oh, baby, come on.
Good luck.
Come on. Was it War Eagles? What are they?
What? I don't know. What
Crystal Palace,
like some sort of eagle.
I don't know.
All right, but you know what's the
Liverpool, Man United. Dude, I don't know. I didn't like. Listen, I took it, but I didn't like that. What we took this week.
We took Liverpool, right?
No, I'm talking about the
the over
the
and the
Man
Man U
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Wolverhampton Wanderers game.
The
That was bad.
FA Cup games always go under.
We can't talk about that right now. I don't have the time. I think that Man U will put up a better performance. You can't bet Liverpool because it's minus 250. You can maybe do a draw. I think Liverpool will not lose a game, but the draws are more in play.
What's the over at, you said?
2.5 and 3, which I think is also in play. Here's
What's
the
the
thing.
spread at? Why wouldn't you bet
Minus
Liverpool
1
spread?
and 1.5.
Spurs Liverpool ended 1-0, and I thought that over was going to hit for sure.
Yeah, that was
I
sad.
told you it wasn't though.
Yeah, you did.
All right, I have to go. I'm
All right,
getting
you
a
go.
billion
We're gonna
texts
keep
in a world.
talking.
Keep talking. I think for that game I'll take the over because United
It's very
should score.
unprofessional what's happening right now.
I
you know?
think
I have no choice. I've been called.
everyone needs to
He's
watch
anchored.
this. Everyone needs to watch this instead of listening.
Yeah,
Bye, Matt.
literally. All right. Oh, our feet just touched on the table. I didn't like
this
that.
is weird.
Jason.
I gotta go.
I don't like.
I'm uncomfortable.
No,
I
you have
need
to
leave.
stay.
Yeah.
What else you want to talk about, Jason? We did football.
Can we do the fight?
Yeah, dude. Let's do the fight. I've been actually looking into this a little bit.
Is it? I don't even.
So here are the lines from what I remember.
Oh yeah, MMA.
Oh, you got it right there.
Yep.
Yeah, pull up the lines and also pull up the over on rounds too, because I think this is where things might get interesting.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a bet.
Yeah. So we got Cowboy Cerrone versus Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's favorite. I think he's like minus like 350 right now, which is a lot for a fight.
316.
316, and then what's the money line for Cerrone winning the
Plus
fight?
256.
Plus 256. So it's two different styles. Like Cerrone would be somebody who takes him to the ground and submits him, and a lot of people are expecting Conor McGregor to knock him out in the first round. So it's like, and I believe the over for rounds is at 1.5 right now. So there's gonna be 5 rounds.
It didn't come up for me for that. Maybe is that just
It
because
might be
prop
like a
or
prop.
day of kind of deal?
Yeah, it might be
I
in a
hate
prop.
that they do that. Do you know why they do that? Like why the
No.
team over? Is it maybe just because they don't know who the team is?
Or if something changes.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So here's my theory on this and why I'm gonna dump on Conor McGregor money line. So Conor normally comes out and says showboat about it. Have you watched any of the prelims so far?
Yeah, he's been completely reserved. That doesn't worry you at all?
No, I think he's been a gentleman. And here's why we talk about the refs being
But that's
fixed.
not why he wins, though. He wins because he's a savage.
I think MMA will never let Conor lose this fight.
Oh, you're going that route.
I'm saying they need him for the sport.
That's true.
They're gonna let him win one at least. And then maybe Cowboy gets his revenge, or they need him to win one. So then, who do you lose to? Khabib,
Yeah,
the Russian, right? And then the
I don't
rematch.
know how to say his name, but yeah.
It's just we've been so politically correct on this show so far on this episode. I think it doesn't really matter at this point.
It doesn't matter at all.
At this point, I really don't think it matters. I think though, no, I'm going to dump on Conor McGregor. Interesting point though.
You're gonna do on money line?
Yeah,
But you're
that's all I got right now.
But I mean, man, I just don't like doing that type of bet. Because even though he's heavily favorited, I feel like eventually at some point it's even in the match. You know, like it's just not.
Oh, it's either gonna be exactly what you said, knockout right away, good fight. He's not losing.
Yeah.
I
hope he doesn't lose because I like Conor McGregor.
I think he's great for the sport. I think he's a good. I mean, besides him, I don't know. They've had Chuck, right? I'm not really into MMA fighting.
Yeah, but that's proof right there. It's like the people who we actually know their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conor's
the top.
Sorry, MMA listeners. I'm really sorry, but I I honestly think that's it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think I'm gonna bet over 1.5 because I don't think Conor. From what I'm seeing, Conor doesn't seem like he has the fire for this fight. So I don't know.
I think he's just playing his cards right. I think
he could be.
And then I think after he wins this, his next prelims, his next interviews, it is gonna be back to classic Conor, and that it's gonna get huge wins, and he might win that. I don't know. That's when it might be really interesting. But I have no chance he loses this. How can we watch this? Because I have ESPN Plus, but is it ESPN plus a pay-per-view?
Yeah,
Do I have to pay double?
I think it is. I think it's ESPN Plus for the undercard fights, so all of the fights up until that point. I mean, I don't think that they put those fights on ESPN Plus. Maybe they do, but we can find a stream. Dude. I mean,
because I've seen it and I was like ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Wait, huh?
I wouldn't mind watching. I think it's gonna be good.
I mean,
But then there's the thing with the pay-per-views. Like, if you're gonna pay for that, and then he knocks them out in 10 seconds, like I'm just gonna see it on Twitter 10 more seconds later. So it's like,
I mean, who was it? We were in school. Was it McGregor? No. It was Mayweather Pacquiao.
yeah,
We were there. We were at a watch party, and then like Katie wanted to go back to the Milwaukee home, and so we went back, and I was like, all right, I'll pay for it again. So I paid for. Well, I paid for it at the house when I didn't even have to pay for it. We could have just stayed at a watch party, and so we were. It was a little bit less, but it was still like, here's $70.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money, and that was already. I want to say probably 6 of the 12 rounds in.
You have to do it with like a crew, with a team of people who are all there to watch. Because otherwise, like $100 for a fight, like come on, you can't be doing that.
Well, and exactly what you say. It's all going to be on Twitter. You can find a stream if you're resilient enough, if you're resourceful. I don't know. You'll find a way to watch it without paying that money. So
yeah,
I mean, balling on a budget.
Do you think they can? Why don't they sign like a major deal with a network?
They have a deal with ESPN.
With ESPN Plus for like the undercard fights.
And
maybe it's for the whole fight.
ESPN 2, so like ESPN as well, not ESPN 2.
Yeah, and we have ESPN Plus because Disney Plus.
Hey man, Disney Plus is the move. Get Disney Plus. Happy wife, happy life. Not everyone will get that.
All right, well, we got all of our games done. Jason, good luck with the Packers this weekend.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry for that move earlier.
What move?
The one where I got you to say that your team sucks. I mean, that's really ultimately what I was going for.
I never said that, and
You better not edit it out. Better not edit that out. I will be so upset. It's never going to make it. Well, people will be like, what are they talking about?
I might bury the whole episode just to make sure that nothing comes out.
We also could not be heard right now. Like, this could have all just not worked. I've been, like, pretty much sucking the what is this fucking microphone's dick the whole time. So it could be heavy breathing. Again, I sound like shit. I almost didn't show up. I had to work with lunch ladies all this week, getting fucked up with them. I mean, it was great, but no.
What a life you live, man. We gotta do like a biopic on you, like a ESPN 30 for 30 Jason Porter.
I mean, I think it'd be interesting for people to find out about the food service world. I think
the food service world.
It is a great world that's going to be consolidated, and if someone with a big brain with technology could come in and consolidate this, I would love that. I want to be a part of it. Just like 1% stake, I think we could make a lot of money.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we're gonna have an episode coming out this Sunday. It's gonna be a little bit different. We're not gonna be talking about like NFL games and all that stuff. We're gonna be doing some new things, and then next week, still to tease, we have the episode with an etched NFL player coming out before the Super Bowl. So that's gonna be sweet.
I was actually gonna ask founder of Block Your Bookie. What is the future? I mean, obviously we can bet tennis. I love betting tennis. We can bet.
That's the first sport you go for?
Oh, you can make a lot of money off tennis.
You make a lot of money back on tennis. I know
that's
that.
True.
I know that about you.
I've been teasing a blog for a long time. It will eventually come out.
Yeah, you've been holding on to this blog post forever.
Maybe I'll do some editing. I'm doing a tasting tomorrow for work, so maybe I can do some editing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what is your plans for like after football? I mean, obviously baseball. I that's when I first got into betting, was baseball last year, and I lost a lot of money. That's when I paid the betting gods my dues, and I learned a lot. But it's like, so what are you guys gonna really be focusing on post football? Obviously soccer. Fuck yeah, we can.
I mean, we have soccer almost year round, which is nice.
Internationals over the summer. You got the Euros over the summer.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on. We were talking about this too because NFL, like, it's just so easy to bet NFL. It's so much fun because it's every week. It's not like all the time. So that's what's hard about like having a podcast is like we have to plan out a few days in advance before the event happens. So like right now I'm starting to get into all of my college basketball betting and things are going well, but that's very much like in the spur of the moment. Like you make those bets because they're having games like every couple days. So that doesn't really work out that much either. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out. I mean, March Madness is gonna be huge.
March Madness. I mean, college
per
basketball.
usual.
I mean, maybe live March Madness event.
Yeah. I think we're gonna start doing some more live stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're gonna experiment and see what.
Whatever
works.
it is. I mean, I don't know if I'm spoiling anything, but whatever happened with the hockey challenge? I mean, is that coming to fruition? I would love to see that. I would just like to be there. I'm very similar skill set of you with.
Can you ice skate at all?
No. I mean,
Me neither.
I've gone out there. I've done it, but like seeing Kenny, knowing what Matt can do, like it would look like a toddler walking compared to these guys fucking running sprints.
I don't know. I'm very bad, but yeah, we might be doing a hockey challenge where we're all on the ice, and I literally can't ice skate. So
we'll look at the little walkers.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need a stick too.
But we could also learn to be Apollo Ono and speed skate. Maybe we just haven't. Like, I think I'm gonna try to go out there and give it my all. Like, fucking just get after it. And I might go into the wall and just be.
See, but we're big guys. We have big frames. When we fall, it's a little bit different than when like little twink Kenny falls. You know what I mean?
Wow.
What are you
big
saying?
Guys, big guys.
Are you saying we're not big guys?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got the constant bloated look down. Really good. The constant bloated look is prime.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for jumping on this episode, even though you're sick. This is your flu game.
Hey, I mean, again, listeners, you like the voice. We're going to keep it.
Yeah.
I miss you, Matt.
Yeah, literally his microphone just sitting there alone.
It's kind of sad. I mean, he's a good man, though. Good boyfriend.
Yeah. All right. That's episode 11, Block the Quick Podcast. Follow on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter. Check out the blog. Jason's going to write one.
A-hole. That's all I'm going to say. A-hole. Not calling Jack an a-hole, just a-hole. Tease. It's the long tease. It's the long sail.
Are you
love it?
All right. I hope it comes out soon. All right. That's episode
3 or 4 months.